This is lamb. Now, we love our lamb, and lamb is good for you.
Yes, it
Let me
is.
read you a few facts here. Now, the lamb has healthy fats. They can reduce levels of bad cholesterol in your blood, lowering your risk for heart disease and stroke. Monounsaturated fats also have vitamin E, an antioxidant, and healthy fats are an important part of a balanced diet. And they can also help your body absorb nutrients.
Wow.
So we need to eat more lamb.
We do, and it's delicious.
And we're going to talk with a friend of ours about raising lamb later tonight. But that being said, we have a Frenched rack of lamb. It's one of my favorite pieces. What do you think?
It is mine too. I love it.
So here's what we're going to do. Mrs. Farmer, if you will, I'll have you cut those up individually.
Right.
Now, normally, when I cook lamb, over the years, you know, so many people are used to having the mint jelly with the lamb. Did more of a basil pesto usually, and then put those on the grill or even the smoker, and they're fantastic. So after going to a chain restaurant, I guess you could call it, Nikki and I had lamb one time, and we looked at each other and thought, what in the world is this flavor profile? What is going on here? And it was really excellent. First of all, you could taste the salty seasoning that they used, and then, of course, what did you say when you tasted that?
I said I want you to make this at home, because you're good at that.
So once again, she gave me the task of trying to reverse engineer this thing.
And you did it.
We had a cooking class over recently, 10 people. And if I'm not mistaken, 5 of those 10 people had never tried lamb.
That's right.
I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah, they had looks on their faces too, like maybe.
How many times have we had people over here that have had lamb that didn't like it?
Never.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put some olive oil in here. So now we're going to cross cultures tonight. This is going to be all over the place. But being that you gave me that task,
That's right.
I thought, okay, I got to get that right salty component in there.
You did it.
And that was almost a Greek type seasoning. So the first thing we're going to do is put a little bit of some Greek seasoning on here. So just a little bit of, doesn't that smell good already?
It does.
If you're going to eat red meat, this is probably the way to go. All right, so we're going to plop these in here. So we have attained sizzle temperature.
Yummy.
Now this is something that I'm not going to turn up so high that we set off the fire alarms. Then I'm going to season these. I won't say most people, but a lot of people want to turn that heat up way too high. You can attain the same thing without setting off alarms and burning your pan up.
That's right.
Now I want that lamb fat in there.
So good.
Oh, and I want that olive oil in there because we have other things we're going to do in just a little while. This first little bit of seasoning is important to get that salty base.
Oh yeah.
We're just going to get these nice and brown. And usually Nikki and I like our meat, our lamb especially, probably medium rare. We're going to get these a little more done. Most people like these, I would say, medium. The other day at the class, everybody at the table said it was the best meat they had ever had.
They loved it.
And Ed had never had lamb.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see those smiling faces. I love people to try new things. So if you're hesitant, maybe the doctor says, hey, I don't want you eating so much steak.
Get some lamb.
Check some lamb out. It's becoming more and more available. And as you drive up and down the highways, you'll see a lot more sheep out than you used to in Kentucky. So again, you see I'm not in any hurry. There's no alarms going off.
Yet.
Nikki hasn't got tears in her eyes.
That's right.
Look at that. Just a suggestion of brown here.
Yummy.
Now we're going to finish these in the oven. So we don't have to get these overdone in this pan. And you can almost watch from the side, you can see that meat cooking up and through, almost like a piece of fish when you're pan searing it. You can kind of see that it's working its way up. You'd eat that right there, right
I know,
now.
I would.
You're not hungry, are you, Mr. Farmer?
Not at all.
Just a little hint of brown going on there.
Those look perfect. They look perfect.
Now we're going to preheat our oven here in a minute at 400 because we're going to finish this with our glaze, I guess you could call it. And I had everybody guess what was in it. Nobody got it.
They didn't.
Everybody was guessing like a Bordeaux or some deep, rich, dark reduction. So if you'll remember, not too long ago, we did what I called some Asian wings. You remember that?
I do remember that.
And then I put a little bit of sesame seed on them.
Yummy.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
This is not too far
No, it's
off
not.
on that. So you'll see our garlic and our ginger sitting there, and we ground some up real good. And we ended up with about 3/4 of a tablespoon.
Of each.
So again, that's garlic and ginger. It's a good start.
Yes, it is.
Now, we had some, because we always keep some oyster sauce.
That's right.
We ended up with 2.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce and a 1/4 cup of soy and a 1/4 cup of honey. So you can see these are not overdone by any means. Just getting a little bit of brown on there. Nikki's gonna mix that up. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put that in a saucepan.
Oh, it smells good.
We're gonna thicken that up too with just a little bit of cornstarch. We're gonna do a little slurry in there just to thicken that up just a hair.
Put it back over here by you.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, Nikki,
Yes.
if I could get you to go out to your herb garden
Okay. What would you like?
and grab just a little bit of thyme.
Okay.
You would think rosemary, but I'm gonna do just a little bit of thyme.
All right.
Because I just put a little pat of butter in there, not a lot. Let's go ahead and drop some of that thyme in there, if you will.
All right. Just around it.
Fresh off, yep, here and there and everywhere. And I'm just gonna roll that around. Just a little bit of cornstarch while it's good. We're gonna thicken that up. Oh, if you could only smell what we got going on here. I'm gonna take these beautiful little fellers and lay them out right over here. Our thickened sauce here. We're gonna take that and look how pretty.
That smells good. I can
That
smell
is.
that now that you're moving it around.
And we're gonna put it under about 420 degrees just for a minute. Just till that sugar starts to caramelize on there and bubble. And then we're gonna turn it over for just a minute and do the other side. I wish
You can smell this.
that you could smell what's going on here. Now, normally this is not a flavor profile that I would go for when I'm cooking lamb. But experimentation,
Now it's your new favorite, isn't it?
it's, well, I tell you what, to take 5 people who've never had lamb and
Have
for
them all
them,
love it.
each and every one of them to say it's some of the best meat they've ever had, let's go ahead and pop that in. Oh me,
Yummy.
oh my, look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
So we're gonna turn these over. Same thing on this side. Don't skimp
Your magic sauce.
on your magic sauce. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to mess with this because when you got
too
that
good.
kind of reaction the other night, a natural reaction without any,
Right.
you know, I watch people when they eat, and I love to watch people eat, and I love to watch their expressions. And I mean, there was nothing left. They devoured them.
All right, back
Pop
in.
those back in.
Chop.
I didn't mean to reach around you, but I got
That's
it
okay. That's delicious. Delicious.
That's hard to imagine, but that's what you can do. You can start playing around in your kitchen. Once you start getting a nose for things, you're saying, okay, I can taste ginger in there. I can taste garlic. I can taste maybe some hoisin sauce or oyster sauce. You can start doing magic combinations.
I'm using my fingers to eat tonight.